In this video, in the Between State series, we are going to be exploring a practical exercise that takes you between normal living life and going into that between state so that you can be in more conscious control of what state you are accessing and operating your life.
Allow your heart to listen.
Hi, I'm Nid. I'm a soul guide and energetics master, and in this video we are diving that next stage deeper into the between state. Make sure you've watched earlier in this series to understand what this state is and to start taking practices where you can experience going into this state and really experiencing it at a deeper level. Because in this video we're going to be utilizing those previous practices, that knowingness that you've now experienced of what it is to drop into that alpha between state, maybe a little deeper, and we're going to use that for a more practical way of being. For many years, I have taught this as a part of the Yoga Nidra practice through what I call the opposites section of the practice, where we go between two polar opposites of a feeling experience. This is to help us to see how the mind is actually completely in control of what you experience, dependent on its perceptions of whether it favors or doesn't favor a situation, that desire or aversion. And when we train with these opposites, we can start to see some of the stories that we've created, but also our own willpower and control to change a situation. What this is also doing is building a nervous system resilience and increasing your ability to be more tolerant in certain scenarios where in the past you may have suffered something that has really stressed or traumatized your nervous system, and you're going to start to expand out in life, being able to be more resilient and in more situations as your nervous system becomes stronger. So obviously this is not a practice to do unguided if you do have trauma, and also it would be a practice that I would advise you don't go straight into the harder parts of your life. Pick things that are always really easy to start with, and as you get practiced in those easier scenarios, you then can apply it to more challenging situations in your life. And if there is that potential for something really stressful and challenging to rise in your own experience, then make sure you do this with the support of someone else, because it really can re-trigger some of those patterns as we start to expand our resilience and see where maybe we still have some places of work to do. That being said, this is intended to be a pretty relaxing and nice flipping between the between state and thinking about something at work. So you can just do this in a relaxed place. We want this to be something you're going to start to practice accessing in your daily life, whether you're on the train, whether you're thinking about going and showing up at a family event, like whatever those things are that can bring you that bit of vexation in your life. You might want to close your eyes just to help you really drop and tune into your body, and especially starting to come into that beautiful, relaxed place. So just find a comfortable posture so that your body can relax and allow any of the tension, that contraction or restriction in the body of the day to start to drop away. As you just maybe take an open mouth sigh to release and drop off the load of the day. And allow the body just to settle into a quieter place within. And now you're going to tap into that state of deep relaxation. A similar feeling to watching television, but of a TV program or movie that is calming and soothing, where you get a bit drifty and maybe fall asleep. Or alternatively, you might like to imagine you're in your favorite place of rest. Perhaps it's sitting under a beautiful tree, or lying on a beach. Wherever that sense of calm, well-being, feelings of safe, feeling secure, feeling ease. And as that body just opens in softening, may be able to catch the thoughts in the mind like they're clouds passing in the sky. Whatever it is that's helping you just drop into this feeling calm, natural quietness, and a natural stillness within you. It may come with a sense of withdrawing the senses inwards, withdrawing awareness inwards towards the spine, centering the energy into the body. For some, it can feel like you're starting to drift and float. Perhaps you're floating on a cloud. Really take some time to feel present in this place. And really know it with ease and fullness. And then allow a simple 3 out of 10, so not too much, scenario that's a little challenging to come to mind. Allowing the body and the responsiveness in the body to feel that alertness, that reactivity the body has to be very present to the situation and now allowing a situation to come to mind that's not too stressful, a level 3 out of 10. And allow those feelings of restriction, alertness, thoughts to return. Be present with that full-bodied response. Allow the stress to be felt fully in the body. Letting the layers of reactivity, movement, thinking And now consciously come back, instruct yourself, go back to that between calm state. I choose right now to return to this calm place. And whatever that prior feeling was of calm, drifting, ensure that you're fully returned to that calm place. You're really fully inhabiting that sense of calm, relaxation. And now, again, revisit this place. That's a 3 out of 10. Maybe it's a slightly different scenario. It can be a variation on a theme of what feels stressful. It brings up that tightness somewhere within. Be fully present to the tension, to the way the thoughts operate, and change the feeling body. And now I choose that calm between place to rest and relax in. And consciously choose and go to that calm, relaxed place. Ensure that you fully inhabit and feel the fullness of that calm state, shifting fully. And when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, you might want to open your eyes. If that was challenging to move between the two states, then it's great to spend a bit more time in the practices where you cultivate that sense of well-being, when you are really and truly allowing yourself to sink into that alpha, restful state through your own conscious choice. And then it will become a little easier to practice that moving between states. Allowing the affirmation that I choose to be in this state will also help empower your own willpower and your own determination to make that shift. You're always welcome to take the safe space practice, and you can jump into the Living in Deep Rest course where we dive into this and other practices a little bit more deeply and the background of it to really allow yourself to embody these different states of being and therefore operate from them too in your daily interactions. I hope that you've enjoyed this practice. In the next video, we are going to be taking a little bit more of a practical approach around your intuitive senses and how they start to open up. In the introductory video, I talked about my own experience, and many people have their own varied and very different journeys when it comes to opening up their skills and senses. And so it's really helpful to understand a little bit more about how this works. And there'll also be a very simple exercise that you can do that will really build your confidence and self-esteem around your intuitive confidence. See you next time.
Thank you for joining. Have a wonderful day.